I honestly cannot remember the last time I cried. I guess, yeah, I think it was back when I was a kid.
The last time I cried was like a month and a half ago after the end of the show How I Met Your
The
Mother.
last time I might have cried, it was probably a couple of nights ago, but that was because of a movie.
Okay, the last time I cried was probably the end of April last year, and it was counseling session. I just couldn't take it anymore, and I like start crying. It took me like a while to cry.
I was 11 years old. It was April 23rd.
The last time I cried, I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, last time I did cry was soccer because I got injured and I was gonna be out for a while, so I knew that it was gonna affect me big time.
It has been a while, maybe a year to 2 years ago.
It was about 4 days ago. I was just really stressed about all the work I had to do.
Oh, the last time I cried was about like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, somewhere around there, and it was from me leaving the plane to go back.
I kind of find it a bit challenging that there is this stigma on guys to not be emotional, especially from where I come, where there is this dominant force of a patriarchal society, and men being emotional, crying especially, is really stigmatized back at home. So
It's acceptable for men to cry, but don't cry in front of like people a lot, because you're kind of being like too needy.
I'd say they are to a certain extent because, obviously being a guy, you're supposed to, not cry, and, you're supposed to be the strong one mentally and physically, etc. But I mean, yeah, I think it's okay to cry. I mean, obviously to a certain extent, you don't want to be crying too much because, that makes you a little too emotional. But if you do cry, I mean, that's just your way, like mentally and physically, just saying it's like, you can't just keep it all bottled up.
Yeah, it can be in some cases. Blatantly, guys will go out and just start crying to anyone. It's usually behind like locked doors or something like that. I usually cry over like soccer, but I don't really cry much.
You're crying as a man. You're seen as weak. Seen as, I don't know, filled with, feminine tendencies. So, no, I think there's a little bit of social discrimination with crying.
But it kind of depends on the scenario. If, someone dies, maybe it's okay. But I think in general, for men to express emotions, it's kind of seen as feminine and negative.
I don't think so. I think it's socially acceptable for men to cry, unless it's like sports and like they lose a big game or something like that. But other than that, I don't think so.
I think it's socially acceptable for men to cry just because that it's a feeling and emotion that everybody has to feel, and men shouldn't have to hide what they have to feel.